And when it comes to how those raise money, I take no lecture on asking patriotic Americans to weigh in and contribute to this fight from those who would grovel and bend knee for the lobbyists and special interests who own our leadership, who have, oh, boo all you want, who have hollowed out this town.
Oh, boo. There's Matt Gaetz being booed by his own fellow Republicans as he was railing as they kicked out Kevin McCarthy from his speakership. So he's the big name surrounding this, but I want to focus on a couple of the folks, some of the other seven Republicans who voted to kick Kevin McCarthy out. One particularly, Tim Burchett from Tennessee, who in my mind is known for, after that school shooting that killed those little children, he said, we're not going to do anything about it. My kid goes to private school, so I don't give a hot damn what happens to your children. That Tim Burchett. He also voted against Kevin McCarthy, and he was saying this is the reason. Let's jump on this from the Hill. Representative Tim Burchett said a condescending comment from former House Speaker Kevin McCarthy about the lawmaker preying on the vote to remove him from office sealed his decision to support the ousting. Wow. Well, he just said something that was very condescending to me, and it doesn't really matter at this point. But at that point, I thought to myself that pretty much sealed it right there. That's what he told reporters at the Capitol right after he cast his vote against him. So after that, it was like, well, what's going on, bro? He went on TV and talked to Jake Tapper. Jake Tapper asked him for more details, and this is what he got.
I'm sorry, but I just find this so shocking. What exactly did he say to mock your faith, sir?
It really doesn't matter. It was just the fact that I'd publicly stated on your station, I think this morning, that I was praying about it, and I was, I had two paths to go: either go with my friend or go with my conscience. And I was praying that God would tell me what to do, which He does. When someone mocks me like that and mocks my religion, and honestly, the Bible's pretty clear about God being mocked. So that's what sealed it right there for me. I said, this is not the quality or the character of person that I want as Speaker of the United States.
Yeah, I can't understand that at all.
I can't. It sounds like Jake Tapper said, I can't understand that at all. It seems like, because who understands that? That's no clear answer as far as what I can tell. What is it that he said to you that offended you so much that you then had to switch it up and say you're not going to vote for McCarthy? You were offended because he mocked your faith. And you know what the Bible says about people that mock it. I wasn't really sure, but it's probably something like death. You guys can look it up and let me know. But Kevin McCarthy was asked one more time again during that marathon press conference. He did give the details of what angered Burchett so much. This was fun.
Okay, let's get through this. I personally like Tim Burchett, and I called Tim Burchett because I read his quote. And Tim Burchett's a friend of mine, which I'm kind of shocked by this. And Tim Burchett, in his quote, said he's leaning towards no, he's on CNN, but I'm going to pray about it. So I pick up the phone and call him because I didn't think he was already there. I said, Tim, I read your quote. You said you're going to pray about it. I wanted to talk to you about it. And somehow he construes that I'm a Christian. I'm not going to offend somebody. I simply read his quote back. I thought there was still an opening, and I wanted to talk to him about it. He never mentioned anything when we were communicating like that. And he said,
Brett, I think I'm missing something, because Kevin McCarthy says he heard that Tim Burchett was leaning towards, yes, kick him out. He said, so I called to see if I could talk to him about it. That offended Tim Burchett and made him vote no or vote yes. I'm still trying to figure it out. The offense was he interfered with his praying and his discussions with God about what to do by asking to talk to him.
Okay, three things. One, that's not what happened. What Kevin McCarthy says, I just asked him a question. There's no way that's what happened. My guess is that Kevin McCarthy did snap at him at some point because he's under, get this, a little bit of stress at the time. Two, what pops out to me is Kevin McCarthy saying, he's a friend of mine, I'm shocked by this. Kevin, you being shocked by stuff is the reason you shouldn't be Speaker of the House. No Speaker of the House should be as shocked by as many things as you are shocked by. And three, this is the biggest one. Another reason he should not be Speaker of the House. Kevin McCarthy, in losing Tim Burchett, he failed at the most basic Republican leadership duty that has been around since like Nixon, which is tricking evangelicals. Your job as an establishment Republican is to know how to talk to religious people to convince them that even though you live in the Tower of Babel, you still are a man of God. And you failed at that, you total moron. And you are weak, you are sniveling, you are bad at this. That's why you're out on your ass. How did I end up liking Tim Burchett at the end more than I liked a guy from Bakersfield?
Because he's from Bakersfield.
Bakersfield's got really good meth, man.
There was no answer for it. Because Tim Burchett had mentioned debt, he mentioned deficit, he mentioned a bunch of stuff. So it could be those other things. But for some reason, in different circles and in different interviews, he says all these other reasons. So I still wonder, from Matt Gaetz to now Tim Burchett, really what was it? And for some reason, I was buying what McCarthy was saying. So maybe he was lying. Who knows?
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.